If you can give this video your full attention, I promise you this will be the most important lesson you will have ever learned in your entire life. Now, I know some of you who are watching this are younger than me. I'm 24 years old at the minute. But I just want you to know something real quick. Let me set the scene for you. So, whenever I was your age, 13 years old, about 13, 14, 15 years old, I'll never forget those days whenever I was young, coming home from school, hopping on Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1, and all the amazing games back then. Everything in life just felt so much better looking back, you know. And I'd like everything, movies, not just games but films, and just life in general just seemed so happy back then. And I was playing, I'd go back and I'd be playing games like GTA 4 with my cousin, and we'd be doing heists. Like, there was nothing better, and anyone who's watching this who is my age will know that there was nothing better in life than having that nostalgia of playing Modern Warfare 3 or Skyrim whenever it was released, games like that there, and just rushing to get home from school. You didn't care about school, you weren't thinking about your lessons, you weren't thinking about school whatsoever. You just wanted to get home, and you would just spend all day playing video games with your cousins or your friends or whatever. And I haven't played video games in a while, but I did jump on it there yesterday, and I was playing one of those games. I played Skyrim, so I did for a few hours, because I thought, you know what, I haven't played video games in a long time, and I just want to jump on to see what it's like again. I get hit with all these memories. The memories of spending hours with your friends in Xbox Live Party chats and PlayStation chats, and just playing for hours and hours on end. And it really hit you, because I was sitting there, and one of the things that kept going through my head was, damn, like time has went so fast, and now I'm 24 years old, and life is completely different. You know, as you get older, the more responsibilities you have to take on. Like, once you leave school, you have things like driving a car, where you have to look after the fuel, and you know, there's so many different responsibilities you have whenever you do get into your 20s. You end up looking back in life as in a certain sort of pain and like sadness, because we all see our lives as happier in the past. And I just want to pretty much tell you, bro, that, you know, if you're somebody who is under the age of 18, or you're pretty much under the age of 20, we'll say, you are living in those times right now. You are living pretty much the best time in your life right now as a young man. And that's not basically, I don't mean that in a way where I'm saying, you know, whenever you're under the age of 20, that means you're going to be the happiest you'll ever be. No. But what I mean by that is, the life that you are living right now, the present moment right now, are the happiest memories you're ever going to have. Because you're going to end up looking back at your life whenever you're in your late 20s and your 30s, and the age that you are now, you know, you could be 19 years old, you could be 20 years old, you could be my age, 24, and you will look back at those times every single time, like a cycle almost, and sit there and you will constantly reminisce about the good old days. But there really isn't such thing as the good old days. The good old days is the moment that you're living right now. And so many of us fall into the trap of believing that our lives are crap now, and they used to be a lot better whenever we were young kids and we didn't have any responsibility. You know, if you're somebody who's young right now, you know, those moments you have, bro, where you're playing football with your friends and you're playing video games for hours and hours on end, you know, I mean, yes, self-improvement is amazing and all that, and you should definitely, you know, look to do something with your life and actually have goals and achieve them. But in this present moment right now, today that you're watching this video, these are memories that you're going to look back at in the next 5 years, and you're going to sit there and go, God, I wish I was back there. And that's the way life goes. It's always going to be like that. You know, in the next 5 years, you're going to have incredible memories that you're also going to look back in the future, way on past them, and look back and do the same thing. It's a constant cycle. Stop looking at your, like, you know, this is pretty much something to help you out in the future, that to not get caught up in that sort of cycle where you think that your childhood is the only happy times in your life that you're ever going to have. Because if you think like that, you're going to live a very miserable life, because you're going to enter your 20s and then you're pretty much going to rewire your brain into thinking that it all goes downhill from here. But it really doesn't, bro, because if you really think of it, you look at like your mum, for example, or your dad. You know, if you were to tell them and to talk about their 20s, they're pretty much just going to reminisce about the good old days, and they're going to get really nostalgic, and they're going to wish they were back whenever they were 25. And you may not even be 25 years old yet, but you see what I'm trying to say. The older you do get, the more you do reflect and reminisce in the past. So if you genuinely want to live a good life, you need to understand that you are living those good times right now, and enjoy every single moment of it, because life doesn't slow down, and it will never stop for you. It will never stop for anybody. And sooner or later, you're going to be old and grey, and you're going to look back at your life. And do you want to live a life where you're looking back with constant shame and regret because you wish you would do anything to go back then? Because you might have wasted your time now, you know, being depressed or sad or caught up on stuff that you really shouldn't be caught up about. And you know, you may think like that now, but just picture the 70-year-old version of yourself looking back at the age that you are now. You would do anything to live that sort of, you would do anything to pretty much live like that again. Don't waste your life, because, you know, if you're young, especially if you're a young man, you know, these are the golden ages of your life, because this is whenever you're the most fit, this is whenever you're the most productive, this is when, like, your testosterone is the highest it's ever going to be as a man. Like, you know, you're pretty much going into a coming of age sort of way, where you're getting all this energy, testosterone and libido, and everything is just like coming into your life very, very, very fast. You know, it's up to you to make the most out of that energy. You know, if you're playing video games with your friends and you're reminiscing about the past and you're, you know, a young man, stop doing that. Realize that the times that you're living right now are those good times. You know, this video has gone off a little bit unfiltered, but like, I've so many times, bro, I've done that where, like I said, I'm 24, and I look back at like the times whenever I was like 15, 16 years old, playing Destiny 1, you know, with my friends, and playing FIFA Pro Clubs, and going out and playing football, and, you know, all summer long. And I used to do that. Me and my friends used to go out, and for hours and hours and hours, we used to just like take shots, you know, at each other. And like, some of those memories were the funnest times ever. I really can't get it across to you, because obviously it's personal towards myself, but we all have those little individual things that we look back at, and we really, really wish we were back there. And like, you know, I'm only 24, you know, and you may be, like I said, you may be younger watching this yourself, but like, what's stopping you from getting those memories back? Because all it really was me playing football with my friends and doing all that there. But you can do that again, and you can have those memories again, or you can create new memories. And that's what life is pretty much about. It's the memories we have, it's the stories we tell other people. And like, that's the shit that, like, you know, you look at your ancestors, bro. You look at your caveman ancestors whenever they were sitting around a fire. Like, all life as a man is the stories, the incredible stories you can tell around a campfire. That's pretty much what it is. I want you to just to picture, you're sitting around a campfire, right, with all your friends and all these people that you respect, and they're all telling their stories, these incredible stories about what they've done in their lives. And then it comes to you. Do you want to sit there and not say anything because you have no stories to tell? Or do you want to sit there and be the most interesting person around there because you have stories, because you tackled life in all different areas, you did all these different things that you wanted to do? You know, it's why, you know, it's and to become a man who basically is like that, who's very interesting, who has stories to tell, who, you know, has amazing memories, is somebody who realizes that the present moment right now, these are the memories that you're going to look back on 30 years from now. So make sure you make the most out of it. You're living the good times right now. So whenever you wake up, bro, and there's that girl that you really want to get with and she's ignored you, or that girl, or maybe your girlfriend broke up with you, or you're hell-bent on something that's just holding you back right now, I want you to realize, bro, that you're wasting your time, and in 30, 40 years time, you're gonna, you know, you're gonna look back on these moments and you're gonna wish that you did more with them. If you like the sort of stuff I do say, subscribe down below and let's grow this movement. There's plenty more videos to come, bro. Don't waste your time looking back. We're not going that way.